Welcome, Smash Heads, to the 2022 Car Demolition League preseason. Round 1 of this preseason tournament about to begin, and it's Jim Holt Sr.'s teams on the field right now, getting ready to break in this brand new field here for 2022. So, I don't know if you guys seen the time-lapse video, but go check that one out. But let's go on ahead and get this thing rolling here. Let's get a look at the lineups for both sides in our first preseason game of the 2022 preseason. The Chicago Wind Attack on the road lead the way with Juggernaut. And he's still pretty much a rookie. He played a couple of pro games last year, but was not a full season. But he gets the start today at the front runner spot. Following him out there is going to be Blue Dragon. So a guy that's been with the Wind Attack before, so familiar face for Chicago there. But then at the captain spot, a not so familiar face. Well, actually it is a familiar face, but not to Chicago here, I guess. Well, he played against Chicago in Crash Bowl 20. That's Battle. So a trade was made in the offseason, and Battle, former Tampa Bay Gator, now playing for the Wind Attack. And at 5-point gainer, it's Hot Indy. So Hot Indy at the 5-point gainer spot for the Chicago Wind Attack here today. To the home side of the field, we've got the San Antonio Defenders. Leading the way for them today, it's going to be the rookie Lancia getting his first taste of table derby action. At the middleman spot, it's going to be X-Wing, so former Toronto Titan that's now made his way to San Antonio. At the captain spot for the Defenders is going to be What Jr., former Pittsburgh Destroyer from way back in the day. And at 5-point gainer spot, it's going to be Aqua Ferrari for the Defenders. So the Defenders, a team really in a rebuild mode, and the fear is Chicago could be that way as well. They had high expectations last year, and it just did not pan out for Chicago. So they are looking to certainly turn things around in 2022. So here we go. Both teams on the field, or both front runners on the field, Juggernaut and Lancia. Starting us off, close to an interference. There is none. Both cars down. It is a 5-5 game to lead things off. So, up next, Blue Dragon from the Chicago side, X-Wing from the San Antonio side, 5-5 the score, they go at it, make it 10-10, both cars going down, and yes, taking cancer to overtime, we're still doing that, and I only say it because we're so close right now, maybe we will hit overtime, but $10 to charity for every game that goes into OT being split between St. Jude's and the Animal Cancer Foundation, so we will be doing that again. But 10-10 is the score. Battle now out there against What Jr. Here we go. Two defensive cars. And we got Battle getting the flip there. So, Chicago taking the lead. The score 15-10 now, and looking to end it is Battle. Aqua Ferrari trying to force overtime here. Aqua Ferrari, a veteran in this league, playing for several teams, now on San Antonio, been there for a little bit now. So these two go at it. And we see Battle taking on a Smash Mouth car. Smash Mouth cars usually good against the defensive types. Battle being stubborn, doesn't want to go down. And gets the game-winning flip right there. 15-10 is going to be the final. The Chicago Wind Attack victorious in round 1 of the 2022 CDL preseason tournament. Big win for them, and high expectations perhaps again for the Wind Attack. But Battle performing very well at the captain spot. He was Tampa Bay's 5-point gainer, and at one time, I'd have to say, very arguably, at one time the best 5-point gainer in the league. But, you know, Tampa Bay, less than stellar season, getting knocked out of the second round last year. And they want some change, right? Because why not? You want to get back to that pinnacle. And, you know, Brandon Kuma, I talked with him, he said it best, that it is so hard to stay good in this league. It's actually easier to get good than it is to stay good, I would say is the an accurate term. But the way that he said it, it's getting tougher and tougher now to make those, to make the right decisions, to make those decisions that win games. And hey, that's a result of having both teams being good for as long as they've been so good. And definitely Brandon Kuma's kept two competitive teams in his barn. He will be competing on Thursday when round 2 of this tournament takes place. Anyways, coming up next, we've got the Puerto Rico Playas, Alex Johnson's squad, taking the field for the first time in 2022 as they host the Buffalo Warriors. That matchup coming up next. So for the first time in 2022, folks, we are going to see Alex Johnson's teams, or one of his teams, hit the field. His Puerto Rico Playas set to take on a team that would be considered his hometown team, a league-operated squad here, the Buffalo Warriors. In other words, they need a team owner. But anyways, that being said, just gotta remember to call this out here that Alex Johnson, it's his big day on the field here, I guess, for Puerto Rico to hit the field for the first time today. Of course, we won't see LA until Thursday, but it's a big day for his sister, Ayana. Happy birthday, Ayana. So, just have to put that out there. So anyways, on to the field as we get set for this game here. So, on the visitor side of the field, we've got the Buffalo Warriors. Leading the way for Buffalo here today, it's going to be Yellow Custom, followed by Tyrell at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be What for Buffalo, and at 5-point gainer is the new addition to this team, Cloud Cutter. Definitely the Buffalo Warriors looking to put a more offensive presence on the field. They used to be really kind of mixed, have like a little offensive, defensive swag going on, but they basically shift gears to go full offense. Their opponents, they wish they could have had a better draft. The Puerto Rico Playas really coming in here with almost the same thing that they brought last year. Rowdy leads the way for them today, followed by Ratitude Jr. At the captain spot, it's going to be Sub-Zero, and at 5-point gainer, Blue BMW. And it just has to be stressful for Puerto Rico, or the Playas, right? Because their team, they really made what they felt were okay draft picks, but the thing is, when you go into the post-round testing where you actually do like tryouts, all the guys that they were picking were just kind of failing. They weren't making the mark. And the players that they had were doing the job, so they kind of fought for and held on to their spots, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Let's see if the Playas can turn it on here. Yellow Custom and Rowdy leading things off, and both cars stay up on the first collision. And on the second collision, Rowdy is down. Aerodynamic front end of Yellow Custom coming through there, 5-0 Buffalo. So that now brings out Ratitude Jr. in his second year, and he ties this game up. A good defensive maneuver. Somehow also got Yellow, I think he caught that little surfboard hand out the back of Yellow Custom there and was able to get the flip there. Like a little lever, like a little seesaw action or something like that as he went over, but he was able to get the flip, and we are tied at 5. Enter Tyrell. And Tyrell gets a good flip here. He kept his wheels on the edge, and he is good. Ratitude Jr. down 10-5. Buffalo retakes the lead, and that brings out Sub-Zero. High expectations on this car after High Tech did the job that he did for Philadelphia. He's the same model as High Tech. And interference right there. So you cannot make contact with any of the other cars on the field during a match, so that's the rules. It avoids the collision, and now we have a good flip. Sub-Zero is down. Tyrell, the offensive monster that he is, getting it done 15-5. And folks, that is the final. Buffalo Warriors eliminating the Puerto Rico Playas in the first round of this tournament. So a tough day for Alex Johnson and his Puerto Rico Playas, but his Los Angeles Blades, defending Western Conference champions, they are going to be playing on Thursday against one of the winners here today, which of course they are one of the 8 teams in the league with that first round bye. It's just the way that we do a 24-team tournament. Knockout 8, then you got 16, then you go the rest of the way, correct? So, but that being said, we are getting set for our next game, the last hard field game of the day. We've got the Boston Vandals on the road to take on Lila Geyser's San Francisco Shinobis. It's up next, so stay tuned. So just like that, folks, back to the field as we are set for our next game on tap. The San Francisco Shinobis home to take on the Boston Vandals here in round one of our 2022 CDL preseason tournament. Let's go on ahead and get a look at the lineups. The Boston Vandals, a league-operated team, leading the way today with the rookie here. This is Mirror. He's got a little tungsten putty to help his weight in there, and we'll see how he does, but doesn't put him over the scales. I mean, 36 grams. Coming out second here is Nitro, longtime Boston Vandal. At the captain spot, he's come back for another season. It's Vendetta. And at 5-point gainer, it's Blue Dragon 2 for the Boston Vandals. Now to the home side of the field, the San Francisco Shinobis. Shinobis leading the way today with Monty Jr. And actually, we put some tungsten putty in him to actually increase his weight 65 grams as he hits the field today. At the middleman spot, it's going to be Zapper. To the captain spot, Spectite Jr. coming back for another year with San Fran here. And at 5-point gainer is Blue 512. So both teams set and ready to go. It's sometimes really nice when you can find a guy with experience in the draft like San Fran did. But now you did the work on him. Does it pay off? Of course, it's only preseason. But here we go. And off of that first collision, we see the net get tested for the first time, really. So these cars go at it. Mirror holding the zone here. Woo, that time we had no contact. Back to their opposite sides that they started from. We'll go at this one again. Definitely interference there. Back to their own sides they line up. And Mirror has a good flip, hanging on the lighter car, taking them down. 5-0 Boston in the lead. That is now going to bring out Zapper, aerodynamic side. And aerodynamics does nothing for him here. Mirror on a roll, 10-0 the score. And Boston, I think their eyes are glittering right now. I think that at this point, 10-0 the scores. That brings out Spectite Jr. And Spectite Jr. gets the Shinobis back in the game. A quick flip on Mirror. And maybe the cold hard smack of reality coming back to Boston's face as they got a 10-5 lead now, but we'll see here. Nitro, he's a good aerodynamic car. And almost had a flip there, both cars staying up, and yet again as they go at it. Spectite Jr. gets the flip and ties this game up at 10. Don't say the word, you don't want to jinx it, but it's 10-10 here, and this game is tied. Spectite Jr. now out there against Vendetta, two of the best defensive cars in this league, bar none, and both of them staying up there. And this is a little slanted the way it's coming down from this net end, and that might help some defensive cars that go that way, because they'll just roll down the other way, and it could be an advantage for some defensive cars. The new catch fence is put to the test here. The first segment of this game day, and what a move! Vendetta able to stay alive, and yet again, Mama put him in a K-pop video, sign him up for the acrobatics team, but he can't hang on there. Spectite Jr. with the flip. 15-10, Shinobis in the lead. Looking to put this game away is Spectite Jr. As that brings out the 5-point gainer for the Boston side. Blue Dragon 2. Trying to send it overtime, cannot do it. Now you can say it. Captain's Day for Spectite Jr. 15-10 the final. He goes 4-0 from that captain spot. And that's what's called a Captain's Day. If you haven't been following the CDL, welcome to it. 15-10 the final. The Shinobis have the win over the Vandals, and they are on to round two. Congratulations to Lila Geyser on that first round win there. So folks, when we come back, Hunter Bradshaw, the newest team owner in the CDL, he is going to be making his debut, or I should say his team is going to be making their debut under his ownership. I guess that's the way you go, under his guidance, right? So the Washington Patriots going to be on the road to take on the San Diego Lightning. First soft field game of the day coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Time to bring our first segment to a close, or the first half of the game day to a close. So only 2 segments today, and then when we hit the regular season, you know, it's going to be full 3 segments, you know. So, but that's the way that we usually do it. So, anyways, though, to bring the first half of this game day to a close, we've got a rookie on the field. It's been a long time since we had a rookie team owner in the Car Demolition League. Matter of fact, I believe 2014. Or actually, no, 2019 was the last time. So actually, okay, not too long. But that team owner didn't stay very long. The last rookie team owner that we had that actually stuck for a while was 2014. So anyways, welcome to the league, Hunter Bradshaw. Welcome to Table Derby. Welcome to the Car Demolition League. His Washington Patriots on the visitor side of the field today. Let's go on ahead and get a look at them quick as they get ready for this matchup with the San Diego Lightning, another league op team here in the CDL. With that being said, leading the way for the Washington Patriots here today, it is a rookie, Vega. So with Vega, he kind of failed in the last draft, in the 2021 draft with the tryouts, but Hunter Bradshaw, a rookie coming in, doing a little something, getting some work put in on Vega to add some weight to him. We'll see if it works. Following him out there, it's going to be No Fear for the Washington Patriots. In addition, from Hunter's other team, they'll go on to Outlaws. This is Demon 4 at the captain spot for the Patriots today. And at 5-point gainer is Monkey. And you might be wondering, why is he called Monkey? Because he is actually a special edition Hot Wheels car that was modeled after the Monkey Ball video game. So we have one called Monkey and one called Monkey Ball. So that's where the name comes from. Just wondering, like, additional information out there for people that didn't know. So now to the home side, the league-operated team that really didn't change much, didn't change at all, the San Diego Lightning. Same roster that they had in 2021. They enter the game today leading off with Zap. After Zap, it's going to be Futurama. He's got that kind of a look, right? So anyway, at the captain spot, it's going to be Rocket Power. This is the cartoon team, by the way. And at 5-point gainer, it's El Rey. So, we've got the San Diego Lightning. Not so good of a season last year. Trying to basically come back from that. Trying to get back out here and get back to the playoffs. They did very well in 2020 and completely crashed in 2021. And one of the reasons that they think that might have been is right here, the field. They used this kind of field in 2020. They used that hard field that you saw earlier today. They used that in 2021. Does the field make the difference? We are about to maybe find out a little bit. Totally new looking Washington team though. This team really has been revamped. First look at them, and they got a lead. Vega getting the flip. Yes, he is modeled after Savio Vega. Or not Savio Vega. Was it Savio Vega? Was that his first name in Street Fighter? Or am I thinking of old school WWF? Like, really, am I... Anyways. I could have sworn Vega from Street Fighter, his first name's Savio as well. Am I wrong? Am I experiencing a Mandela effect? I just want to know. Anyways, 5-0 is the score. Washington is in the lead, and that brings out Futurama for San Diego. And we've got a tie game. The defense kicks in for the Lightning. That is their selling point. There is no doubt about it. We've got a 5-5 match, so that brings out No Fear. Ooh, and that time we had a gray shot. It's going to count. And no doubt about it, contact made there. Switch back to their own side, and an interference. Futurama makes contact there, and that is going to save No Fear. Still a 5-5 game. And that time, No Fear using that front end like the ramp it is. Tripping, stumbling, mumbling, fumbling, and down goes Futurama. 10-5, Patriots in the lead. Hunter Bradshaw a flip away from getting that first win here. Can No Fear deliver it? Rocket Power trying to even this game up. He's pretty good with the defensive side of the game too. And No Fear staying stable right now. And he looks like he's got that energy. He looks like he can go. These cars switching sides now. Staying low, keeping those 4 wheels on the ground any way you can do it. And you see Rocket Power, that spin cycle, it works. That center of gravity goes in the middle and it stays balanced. You stay on all 4 wheels that way. You work like a dryer. You work like a Maytag out there. And look at this. I think after this game, you might need a Mai Tai. Eh? These 2 cars keep going at it. Hard hitting and out of play. The only way you can do it, this way now. So out of play he goes. As we got a 10-5 game. No Fear and Rocket Power. And going at it again, and yes, both cars still able to stay up. No Fear putting on a defensive show. He's an aerodynamic car. He's not made for the defense, but he has certainly been putting up the fight here against Rocket Power. Almost had the flip there, do a barrel roll. Rocket Power staying alive, and that time his wheels are touching the field, so he is safe. These two keep going at it. And again, staying safe there, keeping his wheels on the field. It's like putting a foot on the rope if you're familiar with wrestling at all. And they go at it. Oh, both cars able to stay up, and yes, they will switch sides, just barely. And again, both cars staying alive. What a matchup we got on our hands. Washington, San Diego, and it's over right there. I don't know, folks, if you saw it. I think you can see over here. But Rocket Power was down, and Hunter Bradshaw, in his first appearance in the CDL, he is a winner. 15-5 the final. The Washington Patriots victorious over the San Diego Lightning, and they are going to move on to join his Gowanda Outlaws in the second round of this here 2022 preseason tournament, and that's going to put us halfway through this game day. Whew, exhale, folks. Brings our first half of this game day to an end, so big ups to Hunter Bradshaw, the rookie, getting the win here to bring us to our halfway point. Coming up in the second half, we got Toronto versus Atlanta. We've got Detroit versus Denver. Seattle versus Miami. That's right, Shane Geiser, defending world champion, taking the field for the first time this season. Not going to be with his world champion Demons, but it will be with his Brawlers. And then finally, we'll get to see the #1 overall draft pick hit the field for the Nevada Thunder. So of course, this is Rising Heat 2 hitting the field for the Thunder, as they will be my mistake. No, I am right. Was it Rising? Or no, not my mistake. It's not him. What's his name? Grid. I can't remember the first overall draft pick's name, right? So no, it is gonna be Rising, or not Rising Heat. Looking at the wrong team now. It's the Nevada Thunder. They had the first pick. Grid Tech. And I will never live that down, folks. Thank you. It's like, how do you forget the first card that was picked in the draft? I've done it. So, anyways, yeah. So for the Nevada Thunder, it's Grid Tech and the Nevada Thunder. Of course, first overall draft pick, taking on Rising Heat and the New York Empire. So, of course, Rising Heat, Black Bullet, and the whole game there for New York. So, anyways. Fun stuff coming up, and be on the lookout, because that video will be uploaded pretty soon, I would say. So anyways, whew, I gotta exhale here, so break time.